promotions.
So here we are. Yes, we're here with ToNy.
Hello.
Come close, please.
Come closer, come closer.
Yeah, very close.
There we go.
There you go. So this
So that
is
is
FrenchY and ToNy. So ToNy, you're a promoter in England.
Yes, for my sins, yeah.
You're a promoter for. Oh, maybe we'll get a good skeleton then.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, I hope so. I'm the only one that shared one.
Even better.
Yeah, good gigs. So you promote in lots of places in this town.
Well, the Dublin-castle for years. I mean, really, almost 20 years now.
And where is that?
That's in Parkway, Camden Town. Which
Oh my god, you're the guy who sent me an email and I said...
Did I send you an email? I hope it wasn't rude.
No, you said, just after I came out of the hospital, you said, I'll come round and we'll put a chair and we'll make sure you...
Oh, see, we're nice.
Yeah.
Caring, sharing, bugbear.
Everybody knows FrenchY.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, that was a positive experience. That's great.
It was with that girl, Siobhan Cronin.
Who? Sorry?
Siobhan.
Siobhan.
She was putting space energy on at the castle.
Yeah, Space Energy. Yeah, that was Christmas before last, I think. They did a Christmas gig.
Yeah, yeah.
It was fun. It was
Yeah.
great. It was really cold that night, and it was icy and snowy, and it wasn't like it was packed as we'd like just for old Spears. Bless him.
Yeah.
Lovely guy. Do you know Spears? You should get him on, actually.
I would
He'd
love
be
that.
very good value. I'm sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is he in England?
He's definitely in England.
Well, then I have to get back to England.
And
You
where's
know?
Captain Kirk?
Yeah?
Yeah, you need him. You need
Well, then maybe next time. That sounds good.
Yeah.
So what made you get into doing bookings and doing bands?
Do you know what? They're probably one of the skeleton type tales.
Yeah.
Hangs in there.
Let's hear it.
I was, shall we say, doing things that weren't quite legal.
Can you say what?
No. And then my friend, who I was helping out in that respect, said, why don't you do something that's legal? Why don't you put on a gig? And he was doing gigs at the Bull and Gate, another famous venue in London, and he wanted to give up one of his nights, so basically I said, yeah, I'll do it.
And you've been doing it ever
I've been
since.
doing it ever since.
So now you do the Dublin-Castle, you do the
Dublin-Castle.
Constitution, and thank you for letting me play there.
Yeah, sorry you didn't have the great
was
start.
all right.
I understand.
It was okay.
It's a kooky little place.
It's a good town, though. I like Camden. It was. Do you like Camden?
I love Camden.
I love it too.
Yeah.
It's really charming, as all of London is to me.
Yeah, no, it is charming.
It's charming.
It's a
I
charming
think like
city.
everybody keeps
It's
saying.
it's the best city in the world, you know what I mean?
Well, you might disagree with that, Rue. I don't know.
Well,
I agree with you, though.
I'll tell you one
I
thing,
love it.
I've traveled all over the world
I
before
love
I settled
London.
in England. And the British don't appreciate how good they have it.
But you see, you've got London, and then you've got the rest of England and Britain.
But that's
London is
now you're talking.
You can go anywhere in England, in any of the major city, and there'll be a good scene and you'll have
Of
a good
course.
time.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
that is
That's true.
something that you-
Liverpool. Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
that's something you don't find
Absolutely.
anywhere else in the world.
Absolutely true.
Well, then there's New York, and
New
then
York
there's
City.
the rest of America.
And then you have
Exactly.
A large piece in the middle.
a very large piece of middle that's meaningless.
That
It's-
weird bit in the middle.
When people say, New York is a dangerous place, the
No,
only
it's not.
danger I think is that people from New York think the rest of the world is like that. And the
Yeah.
danger is when you go somewhere else, it's not.
Well, yeah.
Like, we're very, very accommodating. We don't care a lot about a lot.
As with London, people think
Exactly.
people misguidedly think London is dangerous, but you can walk around at 5
Oh,
o'clock.
God.
There's so
Except
many
that you
people on the
can't find
street.
anything open.
Oh, you can now.
Not too
Well, it depends
much.
where you are.
Yeah, you can. I mean, London is probably the less dangerous
All right,
city
so-
I've ever been to.
All right, so
Tokyo.
where can you
Tokyo
go?
is
Where
the
can
least
you?
dangerous city.
Where can you
What?
go?
Tokyo, sorry.
It's a very dangerous city.
No, Tokyo, that's fine.
That's okay. That's okay.
Just-
Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm just saying that Tokyo is the least dangerous city in the world, but yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
At least it's the safest. You mean?
It's the safest city in the
It's
world.
safe, yeah. All of Japan is safe.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's the way I think it's the way they are brought up. It's their
Yeah.
civilization.
Yeah.
You know,
So they're the most
Culturally.
civilized.
Culturally, yeah.
Yeah, culturally. Yeah.
All right. Now I just want to know, like, where can you get dinner at 2 or 3 in the morning in London? Where do you find a
Well,
restaurant?
there's always kebab shops.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
out on the hill.
Do you
There's
remember?
Kafka.
Do you remember? Anyone remember Peppermint Park?
Yeah.
You remember Peppermint Bar?
No.
I asked an old cab driver
Next one, Stringfellows.
I
Yeah,
used to
right.
go there. It was such a fun place.
Yeah.
Did you used to go there? And they would be open late.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to know when I'm a New Yorker, I lived in London, I knew every restaurant that was open late at night.
That's good.
I could find everywhere that delivered. People would come to my flat and to get delivery. And I'd be like, you can get it too, you know. They would come over to order, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people saw that I mean, was part of Stringfellows. You know, it was a restaurant for Stringfellows, she wasn't. That's a completely different establishment, wasn't it?
I've never been a big fan of the West End, you see, so I've come to probably missed that through being a bit sniffy about the West End.
And why is that?
Because you kind of get.
Where'd you grow up?
Me, I'm from the West. I'm from like a tiny little village with 2 pubs and a post office in the West Country. So,
Okay.
So you know, it's that. Wiltshire. You wouldn't know it. Surely, God, to God, you wouldn't know it.
Surely!
No, not surely. I'm saying surely you wouldn't know it.
Alright.
Now, near a place called Malmesbury, which is like, although Malmesbury was once almost the capital city of England, apparently. So there you go, King Athelstan. We've got back a little while there.
Like how far? Kings and
1,000
queens.
years.
About 1,000 years, I would say.
Wow. Well, here you can do that.
Here you can do that.
So, I have to say, you wrote a nice little sentence about me.
I tried to write nice
You
little
did.
sentences about people.
I did like
It's
that.
putting it succinctly and trying to get it, convey what
I
each artist
think
is about.
so you're good at that, are
I
you?
hope so.
So you can do one-liners. Like, are you a good editor?
I think I would be.
Yeah, I think
Given
you
half a
are.
chance.
Yeah. He did. He summed me up. And do you remember what you wrote?
What was the sentence?
I know New York was in there, and I probably mentioned. Oh, what did I mention? Patti Smith, perchance?
You did. And
Yeah.
someone actually gave me this.
Okay.
It's like my cameo.
Right. Yeah,
It's
that's nice.
Patty.
Yeah, it's Patty the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
You can't
know.
argue with Patty. You
No.
wouldn't dare.
No. But can you name any like people that you've booked that you're in awe over? Like,
In all
have
of
you
them,
gotten to do that?
people that I really, really love
Yeah.
that we've put on. I mean, well, we put on lots of bands that have gone on to become famous. Obviously, your Muse and your Libertines, amy-winehouse. I mean, amy-winehouse actually.
Did she play at the Constitution?
No, she definitely had a drink there, and she did play at the Dublin-castle. But she, I mean, I don't want to be rude about Adele because I know she's very talented, but to me,
Oh, I'd like you to be actually.
Adele
Tell the truth.
isn't compared to Amy Winehouse. It's like it's karaoke.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a great voice, but it's like it's not really coming from a real
It's more
place.
talking.
It's from
it's
experience, you mean?
I'm saying that, yeah, I think. But Amy Winehouse was a genuine, fresh,
Talent.
new talent, and
I know, I
unfortunately-
feel like Amy is so in the air here, and I feel that she's really like, I mean, I can't say it, but I don't know, there's just such a freaking thing about Amy. I went into Fred Perry and bought my daughter the Amy Winehouse
I
bag.
think we all feel a bit guilty.
I just wanted to, well, you know,
Yeah.
And we didn't appreciate it properly, perhaps.
I
but
mean,
you
the
think,
funny thing is that the very same
glad you
demo,
brought her up,
the very same demo that a record company turned down as being not good enough when she was alive is
No.
now the
selling.
best-selling
Yeah,
album.
it doesn't
Right.
make you sick.
You know, and that really,
It makes you want to throw
But
up.
I feel like
you know,
since I've
when
been
she
here-
and she gave those demos when she really needed help. You know,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
really needed support from a management, a record company, and all that.
Absolutely.
And they turn around saying it's not good enough for follow-up to back to back.
And then they flog it to death at Christmas.
And yeah, and since it came out just before Christmas,
Yeah.
and it's already sold like 2.5 million copies.
That's right.
You know, I was,
Yeah, but do you think that Amy's situation could have been preventable in any way? I mean, she
I
was
mean,
Amy Winehouse.
Some people just have that
Yeah,
tunnel
exactly.
vision, they're just going to go for it, and there's not a lot you can do,
No,
I'm afraid.
it was who she
I
was.
think it was, in a lot of cases, accidents, I think.
Yeah. Do you think she had fun ever? She
Oh,
had a lot of
oh,
fun,
yeah, I'm
right?
sure she
Yeah,
has.
So she lived it up, and she
Yeah.
action-packed her life in
She
those
packed more
27
in-
years,
exactly, she had packed
more
more
than
in such a
most
short
people
time.
live in 100 years.
Absolutely. And then you've always got people like Iggy, who kind of should have,
Keith Richards,
indeed, who
Right.
should have kind of shuffled off, but didn't.
Frenchie.
Lemmy, yeah, French.
Lemmy is, well, Lemmy, I mean, he's still doing what he was doing when he was 18.
71, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's still doing it.
Yeah.
Because he knows probably if he stopped, he would probably
He
keel
could-
over,
Yeah.
which is great. So
Yeah.
respect to
It's
that.
same with Iggy.
Yeah, but there are those people that can just keep doing it and doing it and
They are
doing it and
maybe
doing
a
it.
unique breed, perhaps.
genetic, probably,
it
right?
Probably is.
So
It's just it's because those people never stopped. You know, they went on that trip and never actually stopped.
Yeah.
Whereas most of us did it for maybe 10 years and then we thought, wow.
Yeah, but look at Iggy, he works out. I mean, it's not like he's he's an athlete as well, isn't he? He's not just a caner.
Yeah, but he's really cleaned up now.
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean,
he
it's
hasn't
not
carried on.
the Iggy was
No.
10, 15 years ago.
And unfortunately, the music's not so hot either, is it? So,
I don't know. We did the Reformation album, and it was 4 new.
The Stooges one, a
Yeah.
couple of years ago.
And
Actually,
Chaos, yeah.
I would have liked to have. I didn't see the reformed version with James Williamson on guitar, so I was more up for that. So
Yeah, that's
what
what-
what.
that's
Oh, you're
what-
talking about that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
sorry.
the 4 one, yeah.
Ah, okay, cool. That was it good?
Well, the album.
Yeah.
Well, it was classic Stooges song from
Okay, well, I need to reassess.
plus 4
I need to
unreleased
do
one. I'll give you a copy.
Okay, good.
look at that. That's nice.
That's
Good
very
for
nice.
you.
Thank you.
So, FrenchY works with a bunch of bands.
Yeah, I realise this.
Yes, and he works with a bunch of
Bunch of
venues.
bands.
I know. That's
Hey.
when I saw the list, I said, I've got to have a word with him.
I'm so
Yeah,
glad.
let's do that. Let's
Yeah.
have a word. Let's have several words.
Several. Yeah, okay.
Very
Yay.
good.
This is a good day.
Bonding.
So Tony, how long have you been with BuGBeaR, and where
that's-
does BuGBeaR come from?
20 years now. nearly,
Really?
Almost, yeah. Well, there's been a guy called Jim who's been doing it for a long time. We kind of met over our love of things like the Stooges and The Fall and Captain Beefheart.
65.
I'd like to say that every single gig we put on has a bill like that, but of course that would be impossible. So there's a whole variety of stuff.
And the castle has been going on for
Long
since I've been-
Well, yeah, the Dublin-castle was kind of initially its fame was founded with Magnus in the
Yeah, of
80s,
course, yeah.
early 80s,
Yeah, yeah.
late 70s even.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're going back a hell of a long way. I mean,
But for a while, wasn't it just
Oh,
like
come on,
a
it's not that
rockabilly,
long ago.
rockabilly venue or?
yeah, there's a lot of rockabilly in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. There's
Is that
a
a
lot of garage punk. I mean,
Yeah.
Billy Childish played
Yeah.
there
So
quite
what's
a
the
bit.
last? Have you seen? So you say amy-winehouse played in the Dublin-castle.
Mhm.
Were you there? Have
I
you
was
seen her?
there. I did see that.
How many-
There's clips on YouTube you can look at.
Are you in the
No.
picture?
No.
Ah. Did you
Why
book
would
her
I?
there?
To be honest, that was part of the Camden Crawl, which you may have heard of, but because she'd never actually somehow played in her sort of formative years, because she was more of a sort of straight jazz artist when she
Right.
started, and I think that maybe slipped the net with a lot of people, because, if you're booking an indie rock venue, it would. But she wanted to play the Dublin-castle, so the Camden Crawl that year was a brilliant opportunity to let that happen. So.
Was that pre-Amy Winehouse?
No, that was at the peak.
Oh,
That
okay.
was, I would think that was 2007.
Okay.
So that was literally at her peak, yeah.
Right.
So we're back on Amy again.
Well, yeah, because I feel she's like all through.
Well,
it.
Amy was from North London.
She was a Camden girl. You used to see her in the local
Yeah.
caps and in the laundrette,
Right.
And she laughed like a drain and swore like a trooper, and she was just a
Mm.
down to earth, regular sort of girl. But
But not.
things went askew.
Right. So, do you have a good skeleton in your closet, sir?
Oh, well, I've got quite a few, but
Everybody says that.
Yeah.
But no one comes clean with
The
one.
bodies are
Oh,
not-
I have so many.
You can't tell that.
The
because
bodies-
it's an unwritten law. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to be
I
that.
can tell you like a cute one.
Okay, that's
like,
good.
like a slightly
That's good.
but
That's
not one.
Right.
Well, I used to live next door to this guy who was a lunatic who had like 30 cats, and they were pissing and shitting everywhere. It was an absolute nightmare. I just had kids, so like.
Do you have any cats?
I had one cat at the time. My own cat was too scared to go out the back door because of all these other feral cats who literally used to dump their doings right at the doorstep, and she'd go meow and then come back in because no way, because you know what they're like, these cats. So anyway, I got in touch with these people called the Cats Protection League, and they gave me a cat trap. right? So it's
What does
just
it look
it's
like?
just a big cage with a little platform on it. You've got a hinged door. You put some food in. The cat goes in. Down comes the door.
He sounds very Cruella de Vil.
Well, yeah. So I started catching these cats, and what I had to do is take them to the vet. They snip their ear to show they've been done, and they
Right.
remove whatever genitals they have,
Right.
and then you have to put them back, because that's the way it's done. But contemporary with this, there was this big ginger Tom that lived 2 doors down that kept coming into my flat and spraying everywhere and trying to basically rape my kitten.
Oh.
Honestly. So I accidentally caught him as well and took him to the vet and had his knackers on.
Oh.
So when I don't know what happened, when he got home that night, his owner must have been like, "Where's Tom's bollocks gone?"
Oh.
I don't know quite how it ever got explained, but that'll do, I think.
Here you go. Yeah, full of some veggie tales. Yes, good for you, Tony. So,
It had to be done.
good for you. You like it? You can have more
Well, no,
because
actually.
we've got an overabundance of candy vegetables.
Doesn't go with lager, though, does it?
Not really.
You
Nah.
don't think? Don't you have like candy lager in England?
Candy
Lager,
lager. That's a nice idea.
No? Why not? Don't you put like lemon in it and
Lemon?
Oh, in
lager.
France you do that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
he's not French, is
No,
he?
just call it Frenchy.
No,
That's
I spent
a long time.
14 years in France because
There you
my
go.
parents were gypsies, so we
Okay.
were traveling between
Yeah,
France
yeah,
and
yeah.
Italy
Right.
and all the time.
So Frenchy became because of your French connection. So.
No.
No.
God
We're
damn.
trying to get that out of him.
No, because up to like
Oh, this is your skeleton, is it?
Huh?
Is this your skeleton, the Frenchy bit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
Up to a point, I think it was up to 78. I was called French Mark. Everybody used to call me French Mark.
Because they mistakenly thought you were French.
I don't really know why.
That's so cool.
And then, as I said, I got caught in, and then
He has
then
a
became
talent.
Frenchy.
Right.
Because that's what prostitutes call oral sex.
Well, yeah, well, what we were all thinking that, but we didn't know.
That's where it comes from. I was
Oh.
caught in the loo in the club with a girl, and
Here you go, Frenchie.
That's
There you
how
go.
the name
So,
Frenchy
how do
comes
people get gigs with you? Is it
Well,
an easy or a hard
Well, it's
thing?
not that difficult. I mean, it depends. We do try and keep the quality up.
Right.
But they can go onto the website, which is www.bugbearbookings.com.
Right.
And basically, go to the contact page and you can fill in your details there. You can get us on Twitter, we're at BuGBeaR. Yeah.
Yeah, we're following each other now.
We are now. In
Yes.
fact, if anybody sees this and they want to go at BuGBeaR, follow us this week with the little URL for this show, then we'll give them a free entry to a gig.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
you
that. Well, we're going to post it all over the place.
Post it.
There
Post
you
it.
go. Thank you so much for the
Thank
visit.
you.
Any last shout outs?
St Patrick's Night this coming Saturday, Dublin-castle. That's the place to be if you want to
Yeah,
celebrate.
that's
a
as close as
traditional
you
place
can
to
get,
be.
right?
That's definitely the place to be for St Patrick's Night.
Do they have green beer in there?
There might be the old leprechaun knocking
We-
around.
I love
Who's playing?
leprechauns.
Who's playing for us?
Well, we've got a band called Pink Crutch Caravan who you'll never have heard of, but they're really, really good. But then they're kind of like a sort of blues rock sort of psychedelic thing.
Ex-member of the Pink Fairies and Caravan.
That'd be a nice idea, wouldn't it? Yeah, I like that. That'd be good. Then of course we'll have a DJ with,
Irish.
plenty of Irish tunes, not in the dilly-dilly sense, although there will be some pokes inevitably.
That sounds good.
But it'll be good. It'll be a good
Sounds good.
Mm.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. And I'm not letting my cat near your house at all. Thank you, BuGBeaR.
All the things I wanna see, and everybody's going, yeah.